I never imagined I'd be asked to decide whether another human being should spend the rest of their life behind bars. Sitting on a jury in a first-degree murder trial wasn't just unexpected, it was life-altering. No one prepares you for the weight of the judgment or just how long it lingers after the verdict has been read. Brianna Warner was accused of murdering a rapper known as Avboy SK, real name J. Parker Ford. According to digital evidence presented by the Crown on the evening of December 16, 2022, Brianna communicated with Jay through social media to arrange a meeting at this very apartment. Brianna met Avboy in the lobby. The two entered the elevator together and rode up to the 14th floor. Avboy stepped out first. Brianna followed, pulled out a handgun, and shot him in the back of the head. You can see the rug that has since been replaced, right where Avboy's body lay, blood soaking into the fibers. Video evidence later showed Brianna running from the building, fleeing through the back streets of the neighborhood. The jury listened to the Crown and defense argue the case for nearly 2 weeks. I took notes, absorbed every instruction from the judge, and listened intently, and without bias, to all the evidence. Jury duty was surreal. Everyone in the courtroom rises when you walk in. All eyes are on you. Highly educated legal professionals address you as judge. The Crown's biggest piece of evidence came from an undercover officer named TJ who befriended Brianna for a period following the death of J. Parker. While testifying, TJ was hidden from the public behind a screen. On April 6, TJ gave a ride to Brianna and her mother in her vehicle. During that ride, Brianna and her mother began arguing, and Brianna blurted out that she had shot Avboy. Little did she know, TJ was recording the conversation. The following day, on April 7th, TJ visited Brianna at her house while wearing a wire, inquiring about the comments Brianna made the day earlier in the car. Brianna confessed that it was her who shot Avboy, providing details on the shooting, and had even written a rap about it titled Brain Dead. Although not used by the prosecution, Brianna mentioned a motive that when she was 12 and J. Parker was 14, he had taken advantage of her sexually. This claim was never corroborated by independent evidence, but the accusation was shocking. Brianna seemed to carry no regard for J. Parker Ford's life, appearing to even sound gleeful he was dead. On the recording, Brianna played one of Avboy's music videos on YouTube that she sang along to. The music video was about street cred and clout and the rap scene. Brianna scoffed, exclaiming that she was the one with the jam to kill people, not these guys. By law, I am forbidden to discuss what happened during jury deliberations, but I can say that it took us 3 days to decide Brianna's fate. We would deliberate all day in a room at the courthouse, then be escorted to a hotel at night, or on a private floor we were given rooms to sleep, but with no electronics. Guards would watch us all night to ensure we did not sneak out. In a way, we were captives. On the final day of deliberations, the jury was deadlocked, and a note was sent to the judge explaining such. However, he instructed us to return to deliberations. We had another concern we addressed to the judge, noted in Global News that we believed there was a bias amongst us. But finally, on Friday at 4 p.m., we had a final verdict. In the moments after we finalized the verdict, I was buzzing. Felt like we were carrying something heavy and finally had somewhere to put it down. But when we returned to the courtroom, everything in me shifted. I saw Brianna standing there, not combative, not smug, just a scared kid in way over her head. Behind Brianna was Jay's family, eyes locked on us, not just watching but searching, knowing we were about to make a decision that would change their lives forever. All the righteousness I carried in with me just cracked. I wasn't hype anymore, I was heavy, emotional, because justice, even when it's necessary, doesn't feel clean. Felt like standing on a wire between justice and tragedy, knowing that nothing we did would ever undo the loss. During the trial, Brianna had little emotions, but In that moment, I saw the weight of her actions hit her like a freight train. She froze in fear as the life she knew was over. There were no fans on her side, no cheerleaders or autograph seekers, just her mother in tears watching her baby sentenced to life in prison. Brianna also took something from each member of the jury, forcing 12 unwilling members of the public to make the impossible decision of breaking the hearts of the victim's family or taking away Brianna's life. When I stepped outside after the verdict, I didn't know what to do or where to go. The weight of everything we had just done hung in the air like a fog, so I just started walking. I didn't have a destination, I just moved for hours. As I walked, I felt both grief and freedom, a strange mix of emotions. I kept thinking about Avboy, about Brianna, two lives that crossed in tragedy, now etched in mine forever. And even though I knew I couldn't undo the harm or soften the verdict, I hoped that somehow, somewhere down the line, Brianna might find peace, and that maybe in time, Jay's family could find forgiveness, not necessarily for Brianna, but for their own hearts.